Okay, guys, so excuse me. Topic. I'm going to kind of keep on with a little bit of a theme that I've had from the last couple videos, but right now, talking about being single. And you always hear, when people ask, why are you single? Why are you single? Single by choice. Just like a lot of women are, just like a lot of other men are, single by choice. And in a lot of cases, that's a very positive thing to be, single by choice. It means that at least in my estimation, that there's possibly things you need to work on from the last relationship or get yourself ready just from life before you enter into something with somebody else. It's fair to them and it's fair to yourself. So take that time. Take the time to really get yourself some therapy, and especially guys, a lot of us don't do that because society has told us, society has told us that we're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to be the strong, silent type. That's nonsense. That's absolutely the wrong thing to do because that's what pushes all of that stuff down, and then what happens? It blows up. And one day when you just can't contain it anymore, something pops. Don't do that to yourselves. Now, when I say, get therapy, there's multiple ways of having therapy. So you can give self-therapy by having something like a blog or a vlog, have a journal. I found that when I was going through a lot of my stuff with my split, my music was a huge part. I was writing. The late, great DMX, shout out to him, he said, write your pain. Write your pain. Just get it out of you. It's like bleeding out the poison, getting those toxins out. And it just gives you something to feel like where it's just not stuck in. Shout out to the guys at my job. There was a lot of guys who, they were very instrumental in just hearing me, just allowing me to talk. And I wasn't talking, crazy or heavy or anything else like that, but just, being able to talk and being a listening ear. And maybe you can do that for somebody else as well. If you've been through something that they're going through, impart your wisdom, your advice, just anything along those lines. Now, there is a point where you may need a greater level of therapy, and that goes into being in the presence of a professional. Whether it's a counselor, whether it's a psychiatrist, psychologist, there's a lot of places that you can go. Some of those you're going to have to search and see if there's free help. But even if you have to pay for it, that's a fantastic investment in your health. And when we think health, don't just think muscles. We have to think mind, body, and soul when we're talking about our health. Our physical, emotional, psychological, even our spiritual health. So if you can, go talk to a church counselor or a deacon or somebody along those lines, a trusted source and somebody who's going to give you some really good feedback, that's a great source of therapy. It doesn't always have to come from a professional, but please recognize when you do. And if the people around you are suggesting you get that, look into it. Don't let your ego mess you up, because ego has been the downfall of so many people for so long, because especially in the case of men and being able to show our feelings and speak to our pains and speak to our truths, enough of that. That day is done. I'm here to encourage you. So please, if you like this content, leave a message. If you like this content, ask a question, leave a concern. And other people watching this, leave your experiences, leave your advice. Let's create a dialogue in a community where people can reach out and say, okay, hey, I'm in this state. What are my options? And somebody else might know, and they can say, search here. Like, let's put that stuff out there. In the meantime, single by choice, it can be for a variety of reasons. For me, I wanted to take the time to really heal and get the things that I needed in life in order after my split. So as a parent, I wanted to make sure that my child had a healthy place to heal in a home that was not immediately busy with the presence of another person. It's just been me and my daughter for the last 2-3 years now. My ex, her mother, she got married. So my girls did not have a house in which they could heal just quietly. There was immediately another man there who was not their father. This is not besmirching their mother. This is just saying that I recognized what I needed to do, and what I needed to do was heal in my own way and get through the things that I needed to do to adjust for the next stage in life, and to really get myself, grounded, and allow my child or my children to be able to do that as well. I have one adult child and one minor child, so if it sounds like I'm talking in circles, it's not. It's just that my adult, she's out doing her own thing, and so that's part of it. That's a huge part of it, being single by choice. It's not being a player. It's not saying that I'm going to go out here and see how many women I can get or anything else like that, because once you get to a certain point or a certain stage of maturation in life, you realize that that's not what we're here for. That's not what it's all about. It only brings you more drama. It's like in the last one where I talked about having money and things like that. More money, more problems. Well, more people, more problems, because you are more prone to be disappointed, backstabbed, by somebody just in that circle when you're just surrounded by too many people. So I wanted to find my own peace, and that's exactly what I did. I found my own peace. Now I have my peace, and I can allow somebody to come into that space, but I have my own peace, and my requirements are strict. They need to have their own peace, because I will not allow mine to be messed with. That's another part of why single by choice, because a lot of people haven't found their peace. They haven't made it good with themselves. They haven't made it good with their exes or the people around them, and they're still struggling in their existence. And that energy is very hard to, it's not hard to support getting better, but when they're not ready to get better, then it's a futile effort. It's a Herculean task that you're not going to win. So you have to know that these people are making the changes themselves. They are already in the process of saying, I want to get better, and there you can go from there. But again, single by choice. Now, some people are just going to say, hey, I just want to test the dating scene, what have you. Everybody's going to have their own reason as to why, but it shouldn't be questioned or seen as something terrible. If you are a man and in that realm of single by choice, if women can do it, then men can do it as well, because it's just a personal choice as beings, as human beings. We should scrape the gender away, just the same way we would scrape demographic by ethnicity, religion, nationality. People are just going to be single because there's certain things that they do and don't want in life right now. So a lot of you may be working on your business. A lot of you may be trying to get back into school. A lot of you like to travel. A lot of you are just recovering from other things that have happened in life, and that is all okay. You have to be able to be okay with that and be, I really don't like the term, but unapologetic about it. You just have to be you, and if the people that are real recognize that and are rocking with you, then rock with them back. But the ones who question it or keep insisting that there's a deeper reason, because I've had that before. Well, how come you're single? I just am. This is where I want to be right now in life. There's got to be more to it than that. Cool. I don't have time. I'm not going to explain or apologize for who I am at this point. I found my peace, and when you are at peace and somebody else isn't, it's very hard for them to recognize what you are talking about. So you can take your time in trying to explain that to somebody. Maybe they get it and you can work from there. But if they don't, you got to move on, because it's how you protect your peace. Single by choice. Get your therapy, get your help, get your circle, your support group, get the people around you. And we should have this at all times, not just when it's to help us rebound from something. We should always have our strongest team around us. And even if you're not a high value man, because this is not, my platform is not about being a high value man. I call it a low value man, but that's financial only. But you can still be very valued by way of how you support other people as well. Don't be the weak link, in your team. Be just as supportive as the others, as they will be of you. And you have something very special and very untouchable, because outside sources are going to have to get through what your friends and family are seeing as they protect you, just like you would see in other people they might be trying to be bringing into their circle, and you would protect them in return. So single by choice, it has so many layers to it, but all of it is you. All of it is about your choice. All of all of it is about your preference and how you want to proceed in your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, I will go back and go back and go back to say, speak your mind. And when I say speak your mind, speak your emotions, speak your peace, speak your angers, speak your joys, all of those things. And if you are attached to anybody who somehow frowns upon that by saying, well, men don't really do that, then they got to go. You got to get rid of them, because they are treason to your peace. And if you allow them to do that, then you can't be a total peace. You got to understand, weeding people out is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And a lot of times, even single with friends, like I've gone routes where even guy friends I just wasn't hanging out with. I just stayed as a single unit. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in the dating and relationship scope. It just means that you are a single unit right now and you're focused on what's best for you. Now, there's a lot of times when, we hear, the term self-love, and quite honestly, I believe a lot of people have misconstrued that notion and turned self-love into selfish. All I'm saying is focus on the self. Be the one that you are, and then allow that to blossom into what you are going to move forward with and share with other people. It doesn't have to be a constant me sort of thing. When you are injured, when you are hurt, when you are recovering, when you are building, all of those things, you are very much within your right to say, this is my time. This is my time as a man. In a lot of ways, this is how we gain a higher elevation or a higher understanding and enlightenment of what manhood is. So don't let somebody talk you off your perch based off of a age-old stereotype as far as what men are supposed to be. It's nonsense, and it's a new day, and it's time that we start talking about it. It's time not only talk about it, but being it, thinking forward and paving the way for young boys and young girls to understand what a man can be in the future as well as right now, so we can make those changes. Guys, hopefully this helps. Please, if you like this content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also share this content. Leave some comments. Again, leave your experiences, leave your advice. All of these things matter, and they do help. The like and subscribe are very crucial to YouTube pages if you're not aware. So yes, all that said, guys, have a fantastic day, and I wish you all the best. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.
Make it shine. Here we go. It ain't about the jewels, it ain't about the cars. It's all about the heart when it's time to put it in the air, put it on your word. Represent your people, let them see ya. Do it like you do, show them the original. Do it like you're supposed to, let them see ya. Own it like a boss, nothing but a thing. Always maintain the